Right, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you are listening in from the world. As you can see, my name is Bridget. I'm thrilled to be sharing this short business overview of our amazing market opening in India, which all started in November of last year. So it's still very fresh and very new. But if you're watching this for the first time, my goodness me, you really are at the beginning of a huge growth curve, which is going to take us into really one of the world's, if not the world's most robust economic market of our time. So I'm going to share a couple of slides to make it easy for you. And I'm going to be co-hosting with my dear business partner, Kathy. We're going to have a testimonial as well at the end. So 15 years ago, somebody came and spoke to me about this opportunity. I'd been running bricks and mortar businesses for over 20 years, and I was looking for a new business model. I'm also a certified personal stylist, and in the beginning, I just wanted to recommend the products to my clients. But then I discovered that behind this, there was an opportunity to have a subscribe and scale business, and I decided to take it very seriously. And here I am, still here 15 years later, enjoying this incredible, incredible business. It's been amazing for myself and my family, but not only that, for the thousands of people that I have worked with since the time that I got started. So before we go into the nuts and bolts of the actual business itself, it's really important to have a little look at the global mega trends that are happening in the world today. I'm sure you all know this, but just a quick refresh. Internet of Things and artificial intelligence is now part of our daily language. Even a year, 18 months ago, it wasn't so much that, but that backed with full power AI and the platform of Infosys is putting this company right out on the leading edge of incorporating digital platforms with leading edge products and technologies. And on that global scale basis allows us to have really that premier position in the world today of beauty and wellness, which currently stands at just under $7 trillion a year in annual revenue. But that's all well and good. But the interesting part is the growth in this sector, which is continual, regardless of recession, regardless of political or economic upset. The beauty and wellness industry is continually in sustainable growth. So if you are business minded, or even if you're not business minded, but you're open and you would like something that you can be sure is going to grow year on year, not just for a year or two, but for decades to come, then this is really the platform for you. And then finally, social economy, social commerce and the gig economy. We know now that the way that products and services are distributed are very much on a digital platform, and we specialize in being able to do that here with this opportunity, as well as most people looking for an additional income, at least, if not to replace their income or their salary, with maybe a business of their own. And we offer this opportunity for those people who have those kind of aspirations. All right, so we're partnered up as independent affiliates with a company called New Skin Enterprises, meaning nutrition for the skin. It was established in 1984, so this isn't the last kid on the block. We've been around many, many years and have a proven track record in being right at the leading edge of innovation and growth during those years in almost 50 markets. India, obviously, is our most recent market and our most serious project to date. Now, the company has all its validation by being publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, generate around about 2 billion US dollars a year in revenue. And not only that, it is a company based on science. Alone, we have over 60 plus in-house scientists in the company in 12 different PhD level and above disciplines, which allows us non-scientific people, that's me, to be able to really rest on my laurels when it comes to being able to partner up with these people of excellence, with experience and with knowledge that bring to us high tech, high touch products that make a huge difference and a positive impact to our clients and affiliates around the world. So let's have a quick look at India, the demographics. I'm sure you all know this. It's now the most populated country in the world. But the interesting part is that 65% of the population under 35, the median age is 28, and almost a billion of those 1.6 billion people who are millennial and Gen Z, and a lot of them are really looking for a different way to create income for themselves, not just by working the 9 to 5, which is sometimes obviously the 9 to 9, and they're looking for new opportunities, and they're innovative, hardworking, ambitious, smart people that really are open to looking at new ways to create a different lifestyle. Not only that, I talked about the beauty and wellness industry. Let's have a look at the stats in India. Now, according to statistics and very reputable ones, 74% of Indians say supplements are essential. 63% of Indians are trying to lose weight, and 69% of Indians are taking supplements for immune support. Now, this was a huge uptick in growth after COVID when everybody started to be very, very aware of the fact that they needed to have complementary solutions to increase their immune support. And this has caused a massive growth in the wellness sector. So the beauty and personal care sector, well, as I like to say, even in times of crisis, women still buy lipstick. In India, it's the fourth largest in the world for beauty and personal care market revenue. Their number one skincare claim is skin brightening. And Kathy is now going to explain a little bit about the portfolio of how we have matched the number one demand in India for skin brightening and other aspects as well to our specific India special portfolio. And that's really exciting. Never been done before. We didn't have that in our markets. I'm based in the UK. Kathy's over in the US, for example. But what they've done for India, they've sort of put it into a holistic India-led product portfolio that's made a huge difference in the way that we're going to be able to grow in this market. Now, it is a price-sensitive market for sure, but what we have noticed is that the biggest uptick in terms of growth is actually the premium level products and technologies now, not just the basic ones. So this is something where Nu Skin is specialized in. We're number one in the world in the beauty device technology sector and have been for 7 years running. And some of those devices are coming to India alongside the products that are going to accompany them. So we're really, really excited about what we've got on offer here, matching the trends with the way that business is built today alongside a business that is completely recession proof. So I'm going to hand over to my wonderful friend and business partner, Kathy, who's over there based in Houston, and she's going to walk you through very briefly the overview of the product portfolio, going into the specifics of a couple of things, and then we'll go on to the next part. Thank you, Kathy, over to you.
Thank you so much, Bridget. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is Kathy Smith. I'm in Houston, Texas, and I have been with this company for 10 years. Before that, I was a stay-at-home mother and grandmother. So it is proof that this business is for everyone. I had no sales and marketing experience or business experience at all, but I was able to jump into this company because of the incredible training and support system. So further ado, I'm going to just talk about the most exciting for me, the exciting thing that's happened in the way that these products, and I'm going to start with just the fact that we have a lot of levels of products. So basically within everybody's budget, we've got our Cyan and Elements, which means that, and this tends to be in most people's budget. Then we have our Cerenew Professional. This means that we can really attract beauty parlors, spa owners, because these products are actually now being really, well, they're very popular, but not only are they popular with people in India, but apparently, according to Chandra, the GM for Nu Skin India, he has been approached by many countries in Asia because they are now wanting these products that were actually the ingredients sourced in India, manufactured in India, and distributed in India. So this is products specifically for the India demographic. We have another level where we've got our Nu Skin products, our beauty products with our Pharmanax, and I'm going to touch on those in the next slide. And then, of course, we have our premium luxury where we have our number one brand, our beauty devices. And I'll touch on those the next time. Okay, here we go. This is my favorite slide because this just shows you really where the interest is in for the beauty parlors. So, for example, we have our galvanic spa. This is the machine that I was introduced to get into this company. This literally is the most magic device. It is a handheld wrinkle machine, we call it, or the wrinkle iron, because it really does iron your skin. I'm 71 years old and I iron my skin every day, just telling you. Our number one brand is our LumiSpa. It's very difficult to be the number one at anything, but when you're the number one for 7 to 8, 9 years in a row, then most people sit up and take notice, especially in the beauty industry, because everybody wants the best of the best. And this device is such a powerful device that in all the years it came out in 2017, no one has been able to produce a device that does what our LumiSpa does in 2 minutes. Okay, so this is actually my favorite products because I'm very, very into health. And I'm really loving the fact that most people are now getting into their own health. And what did we do? We actually, again, sourced the ingredients. We did our due diligence. We discovered the nutritional deficiencies, vitamins and minerals that in the diet that most people in India use. And we created a specific set of health supplements focusing on that deficit of nutritionals. We do this in all our markets because clearly, for example, in Japan, there was a huge deficit in folic acid. So we really, really focused on putting folic acid in higher levels in our supplements. Makes this most important is that we can actually measure if these supplements are actually being absorbed into your body. How? Because we now have the most amazing device. It's handheld. People say to me, how big is it? Because when you see pictures, you might think to yourself, well, how big is it? Look how tiny it is. And this is what we call our rainbow machine. We have one of the girls who's actually on this call, Shital. She called it a rainbow health machine. And I love that. This rainbow of lights measures whether the level of nutritional absorption in your body at the cellular level in just 15 seconds. So you can monitor. So say, for example, you decided that you were going to get yourself on one of like a couple of months of these supplements. You can monitor in real time on your phone via an app whether these supplements are being nutritionally absorbed. Okay, so Bridget's just going to play this little short video, and this is going to talk to you about the technology.
The biggest one is right in front of us. Our story began over 2 decades ago in the same University of Utah labs that developed the first artificial heart. It started with a 4-foot argon laser, groundbreaking Nobel Prize-winning technology that allowed us to non-invasively measure antioxidant levels in the body. That early innovation evolved. From the original lab scanner to compact devices like the S2 and S3, we've now completed over 25 million scans on more than 15 million people, giving us over 100 million data points. It's proven, protected by 18 global patents, backed by 180 white papers and 110 clinical studies, and is disruptive, legitimizing a $300 billion supplement industry, giving consumers proof of what works. Today, we're applying AI and machine learning to bring you Prism, the world's first intelligent wellness device, putting personalized, real-time antioxidant tracking in the palm of your hand in just 15 seconds. And now, for those of us with vision, it's a business model. What if you could place this quantum leap in the hands of others and earn leveraged income as demand explodes in 49 markets, including our newest, India? We're looking for those who are willing to lead, people who are coachable, committed, and ready to ride this wave. Get scanned, get on the product, join the movement. 21 years ago.
Okay, am I continuing, Bridget?
Yeah, please carry on. Tell us about the digital platforms that we're using, Kathy, and then I'll jump in after that.
Okay, so the good news is we have a lot of help with our apps. So we have 2 apps. One is Stella, which is our back office. In this back office, in your phone, you can do everything you need, get everything you need for your business. But my favorite is Vera. And what Vera does is Vera gives you a really, really intense experience when you get your own personal scan, and it shows you exactly where you need help. And guess what? Because you pair it with your device, you can actually, again, track in real time your improvement. And honestly, again, we are the only company that can actually track our improvement with AI. So everything is powered by AI.
I think we're really excited as well about the fact that we can pair our Prism up with
Yes,
the app there as well.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, as you can see at the very end, that's somebody's prism. And I love the fact also that you can pair it with your watch. So we actually have the first wearable device that can actually measure your nutritional absorption.
Wow, that's amazing. So if you're curious, guys, that's basically what it looks like on the screen. You just download the app and then it will read the device in 15 seconds and give you an answer straight away on your screen. So you've got that biohacking at the tips of your fingers. Thank you, Kathy, for that. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to bring this home now and talk a little bit about how we get paid. What is our compensation for the hard work and commitment that we put to this project. Now, the reason I say that is because everybody will choose their own level of participation. Some people will be very, very happy just to make a bit of extra income. 50 to say $200 a month extra alongside what they currently do, or just, to have something to, pay little extras. Now, this is where you will be able to join the affiliate program, and that will enable you to get retail profit and various bonuses. Now, this is how our sales performance plan is structured in the US and in Europe. We also have our partner and leadership program. It's a little bit different in India. I'm going to go into that in a second. But these incomes here on the right-hand side will give you an idea of how you can start small and work towards much, much higher levels. These are monthly income levels if this is something that you're interested in our partnership and leadership program. So take a picture of this slide, memorize the number that speaks most to you, and then the person who invited you here will invite you back for a follow-up call, and you'll be able to tell them which is the number that got excited you most on this. And yes, these are proven numbers, guys. This is a publicly traded company. These numbers are published. Otherwise, we're not just making them up. This is absolutely possible. And as I say, it's up to you to choose what suits you best. So how is it varied in India? Well, really, actually, it's not been varied, it's been improved because it's much more simplified. If you want to come in and work with this company and start making money, the first thing you need to do is create an account as a direct seller. As a direct seller, you can make retail profit. That's it. Simple, like any kind of a simple business. You can do that via social media. You can do that by selling to your friends and family, or your community, or whatever it might be. We will guide you in how to with ideas of how to make money as a direct seller. If you want to take it a bit more seriously and start unlocking bonuses called a developing bonus, you can see there on the right hand side, second level down, 10 to 25%, you can then qualify as an affiliate. This is where you're not just going to be able to make retail profit. You will also, according to the amount of sales volume you do, be able to unlock those 10 to 25% additional bonuses. So there you're talking about some really nice money starting to come in here. It's a little bit more serious, a bit more structured, a bit more committed, but nonetheless, the recompense is a lot higher. Now, you may well want to go on to level 3, and this is where you're starting to really build a serious long-term business, become a brand representative. So a brand representative is somebody who has gone through a period of qualification of a certain amount of sales. It normally takes about 2 months to complete once the decision is made to actually go through the program. And this is nice because at the end of that, you will then add an additional bonus called leading bonus on top of the developing bonus and the retail profit of an additional 5%. So this is really, really worth it. Once you start to understand that you can then go on to become to level 4, to the leadership level, where you can help other people become brand representatives. There is no limit to the number of people that you can help. It just really depends on your own mission, vision, and purpose. And every person that you help in your organization become a brand representative, you will earn an additional 5% as well. So I like to think of it as having a network of online micro franchises, and each little micro franchise will generate between 2 and 5,000 US dollars a month in sales of products. In that micro franchise, there are customers, affiliates, and their customers as well. So it's cumulative. And the number of people you help to set up that little pod or that micro franchise of business, you will then be able to benefit from an additional 5% in exchange for the training and leadership you give to your team. So very, very democratic business. You're really, really paid on your results and your commitment. And as Kathy said so rightly, it's available to everyone because we have at the back of that some very serious and free training as well. So what's good to know? It's completely free to join, and there's no ongoing monthly fee. All the digital tools, the platforms, the apps, the websites, and so on, obviously completely free to access. We give the free training and we give resources. We have several of these meetings every single week where you can invite your guests to come along. So you don't have to know how to present, just need to know how to invite people to come and take a look. That's all we're asking people to do. We're not trying to say that they have to do it. If they're open and curious and positive, invite the people that you know to come and have a look at this. It might just change their life like it did for me 15 years ago. And then we give you step-by-step guidance, mentoring, training, and coaching with your sponsor and partners. Again, all completely free of charge. So this is our training platform. So we have the partner Nu Skin. Nu Skin is our corporate partner that does all the, the research development, the product, the distribution, and so on. And OTG, One Team Global, is our training partner. And again, this is something that is led and directed by our affiliate leaders all over the world, a proven system that we're really able to help people move forward with their goals. So just before we close, I really want to invite another person on the call to give a little testimonial. You're well surrounded because he's the only guy on the call, but here he is. So he's our superstar today, based over in India. Udi, thank you so much for joining us. Would you like to tell us, in a couple of minutes, who you are, what your background is, and why you've chosen to partner up with Nu Skin? Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget. Naturally, the people know who I am. I have a good 25 and a half years of work experience. I think my exposure to Nu Skin came when I met Kathy. And I remember I was in Houston and this was a call. And on that call, I kept thinking, because she kept telling me about her age. And I was like, as a guy, thinking this is not right, but I'm like, how the hell does she have such a good skin? You know? And I was like, okay, you don't look 71 and your skin looks nice. So that's something which helped. But then what attracted me was that, you have healthcare as well, which means there's something that I've been thinking of, which is losing weight. Uh, and I was like, if this product helps, and Prism IO, I mean, I am diabetic, okay, and I know you have to you have to get pricked, and you get to know your blood sugar levels and things like that. But yes, to know all the other health markers, to know how healthy you are, if you have something like a Prism IO at home, I mean, just put the finger on it for 15 seconds and it tells you your health markers, and it tells you what you need to use. And you can also check back to see if it really works or it doesn't work, is something which attracted me. And the confidence of the company to state that, if it does not help you, then there's your money back. And it's a strong statement to make, for a company to state that, if it doesn't work for you, take your money back. No one would do that. And especially in India, people would be a little more careful. But it's a strong statement, and that's something which I was like, it makes sense. Uh, Beauty aspect of it, I was not well connected as a guy normally who would hardly apply a moisturizer, would, especially if it's winters, only then we would do that. So I was not inclined. But then I thought, why don't I? Maybe I don't have the knowledge, but like my wife, she uses the products now and she really enjoys them. Uh, Women do understand products; they understand skincare uh, products much better. And I was like, why don't I talk to people who understand that? Like Zainab is on the call. I know she understands these things. She takes care of her skin. She goes to parlor. She does that. How do I know her? Through her brother, who with whom I used to work, and is a close friend of mine. So I was like, why don't I get her to understand how this works, and maybe she can talk to her friends and things like that. I don't think my cousin is there on the call right now, but yeah, uh, he was another one. So I thought, why not? People don't know about this, In India, the soft launch has happened in November. So at least the people that I know, why don't I, talk to them, let them know about this? Because I know for a company to claim something like this, their product needs to be that damn good. Uh, and it's that confidence is why I felt, let me just talk to my friends and family and get them on board. So that's that's about it, why I came on board.
I absolutely
I
love
love that.
Yeah, thank you, Yudi. Absolutely. And we have your story about not necessarily being connected to skincare products is very, very typical of, I would say, probably about 95% of the men who actually come and stay with this company. But certainly the wellness side of things is something that we can really, really move forward with. But then you discover, lo and behold, that it is actually quite nice to have beautiful, glowing, radiant skin, even if you are a guy. And the girls love seeing men with beautiful, glowing, radiant skin. All right. Well, listen, I think that's the end of the presentation. Thank you again for sharing your story, Yudi, and for Kathy for being my co-host today. We do these meetings every couple of weeks now, and there are additional ones run by run by the company, and also different people that we can connect you with, and your guests as well, if you'd like to come back and bring a friend or two. In the meantime, wishing you all a fantastic rest of the day wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Bridget. Thank
Bridget.
you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Kathy.